Deep inside a lush green forest, where tall trees whispered with the wind and a gentle river flowed through the valley, lived a young turtle named Taro. Taro was small, quiet, and very slow. While the other animals in the forest ran, jumped, and flew with excitement, Taro often stayed near the riverbank, watching them from afar. He admired the deer that could leap across streams, the monkeys that could swing from tree to tree, and the birds that soared freely across the sky. Taro sighed one evening as he looked at the sunset reflecting on the water. "I wish I could do something amazing like everyone else," he murmured softly. But there was one tiny creature who always believed in him. Her name was Lumi, a glowing little firefly. Every night, Lumi floated through the forest like a tiny star, spreading warm, golden light wherever she flew. She often rested on Taro's shell after a long day. "Taro," she said gently, "you may not run fast or fly high, but that doesn't mean you aren't special." Taro smiled politely, but deep inside he still felt unsure. One summer evening, something unexpected happened. Dark clouds rolled across the sky. A powerful storm swept through the forest. Thunder echoed between the mountains, and heavy rain flooded the river. The animals rushed to find shelter, but when the storm passed, the forest was left in darkness. Many trees had fallen, and the path through the forest was blocked. Even worse, the animals who lived deep in the forest could no longer find their way home. Without the moonlight, the forest had become confusing and frightening. The deer wandered in circles, the rabbits hid nervously under bushes. Even the clever fox looked worried. The forest had never been this dark before. Taro slowly stepped forward. "I wish I could help," he said quietly. Lumi hovered beside him, glowing brighter than usual. "You can help," she said. Taro blinked in surprise. "How?" he asked. "I'm just a slow turtle." Lumi smiled. "You know every path in this forest better than anyone." It was true. Because Taro moved slowly, he had spent years carefully exploring every trail, every riverbank, and every hidden clearing. He knew the forest like a living map. "Follow Taro," called Lumi to the animals. Her glowing light brightened the dark path ahead. Taro began walking slowly through the forest, step by step. Lumi floated above him like a guiding lantern. Together, they led the animals past fallen branches, through narrow paths, and across the quiet riverbank. The journey took time, but slowly, one by one, the animals reached their homes safely. The rabbits returned to their burrows, the deer found their meadow, the birds returned to their nests. By the time the moon rose above the trees again, the forest was peaceful. The animals gathered around Taro. "We saved us," said the fox. "We guided us home," said the deer. "You were amazing," chirped the birds. Taro looked around in surprise. "Really?" he asked. Lumi floated gently beside him. "See?" she said warmly. "You didn't need to run fast or fly high. Your patience and kindness were your greatest strengths." Taro looked up at the glowing stars above the forest. For the first time, he didn't feel small. He felt proud. And from that night on, whenever the forest felt dark or confusing, the animals knew exactly who to follow. A slow but wise turtle and a tiny glowing firefly. Because sometimes, the greatest heroes are not the fastest or the strongest. They are the ones who quietly guide others home.